The Minnesota Vikings might have the best defense in the entire NFL. And I never thought I'd be saying that after Mike Zimmer left and after the Vikings hired an offensive head coach, but things have been looking really good for the defense right now, and Brian Flores has this team firing on all cylinders. And I think, obviously, a lot of people were panicking after the defense, quote unquote, let the Packers back into the game last week. But at the same time, the shoes on both feet. You got to be able to play better than that offense. You got to be able to sustain drives, and we even saw it against the Jets this week, where the offense just did. They did not a lot. They didn't do a lot. They scored a rushing touchdown with C.J. Ham, but other than that, they were largely inert, and the defense matched it with a touchdown. Now, I know that there's a lot of comparisons going on to the Vikings this week about being the 2016 Vikings, the Vikings of old, but this is not the 2016 Vikings. I think that this offense is pretty solid and that they have the potential to be very, very good, but also at the same time, they are very much going to have to pick it up. But this defense, you got to give them a lot of credit right now, because right now, again, you lose Danielle Hunter to start things out with. That's why things are being so impressive. But you lose Danielle Hunter, and you let a couple of other guys kind of walk. You bring in Shaq Griffin and Stephon Gilmore and everything. But Blake Cashman has been huge for this defense, 40 tackles on the season. Also, Andrew Van Ginkel might be in running for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, 2 pick sixes in 5 weeks, also has 3 sacks, and he's just the chess piece that you want to use at any capacity. Ivan Pace Jr., along with Blake Cashman, on the inside has been fantastic. Harrison the Smith in the secondary side of things. And we're not even really touching on the magic of this D-line. So, yes, Patrick Jones, the second, has looked really good. Has a forced fumble, has 5 sacks, as well as 16 tackles. Harrison Phillips has a couple of sacks on the season. Jonathan Grenard, 4 sacks on the season. Dallas Turner has his sack. I think he's going to heat up as the season goes on and everything. And, yes, we're heading into the bye week, and we're heading into the meat of the schedule here, and you got to bring it against the Lions. I think that this is the perfect time to regroup, really get your offense back, and really come together as a team. But overall, you got to give Brian Flores and company a lot of credit for this defense, because, 2 years ago with Ed Donatel was horrible. They were last in a lot of categories, most of the categories, and going into the playoffs, you essentially made Daniel Jones look like an all-pro, which is why he got $40 million a year. And then came back last year, first year under Brian Flores, and they're at least middle of the pack in most categories. And now they're playing like the best defense in the NFL, at least top 10 in a lot of categories. And it's just fantastic. Like, you talk about the year-to-year difference. Like, Brian Flores got his guys in, they're making plays, and I think you got to be really excited about where things are heading right now. So, like I said, I think it comes down to the fact that this is a multi-level defense that has many different areas in which it can beat you. It can get after the quarterback. It can stop the run, and it can create turnovers for you. And so, 5 weeks into the season, they are and that was another thing. I also saw a stat that the defense has only allowed something like 40 points when the opposing team starts outside of their territory. So they've allowed 31 points, I think, when teams start in their territory. So that means, like, the offense either had a turnover, is not playing well, and then also special teams is not playing well, which is definitely something we saw against the Jets. But overall, right now, you have yourself in a position where this defense is playing lights out, and you're now going to your bye week, so you can get a little bit healthier, even though, to my recollection, I don't think any of the defensive players were out this week. I could be wrong, but you can get healthy on offense and really get things back on track, but also, just let this defense hunt. Let them get after the quarterback, let them stop the run, and let them just continue to do the things that they are doing, because they are absolutely getting it done. So, but at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think. The Minnesota Vikings defense, do we have the best defense in the NFL? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.